This video was sponsored by One Nest Studios. Elevate your sound. If you're looking for a studio that is reasonably priced to record your music, podcasts, etc., then you cannot go wrong with One Nest Studios. Contact the number down below or the email address or visit their website for more details. Thank you. Hi, this is my video on the Topmener waterproof floating handle grip for action cameras. Now I purchased this off Amazon for $8.99, and when you receive it you get it in this bag. Now in that bag, this is what you get. You get a lanyard, wrist lanyard with a adjustable wrist lanyard button adjuster here with it, and you get the actual floaty grip handle, and also a GoPro style thumb screw as well. Now I'll start from the bottom and work up. We have at the very bottom here a unique feature, which is that you can twist this bottom section off here, or this cap, which reveals a compartment in there which is suitable to put your rings, your jewelry in there, or even money or anything that's, or even a SIM or micro SD card in there, anything in there that you want to keep in there that's big enough to fit into that compartment. As for the lid itself, it has two rubber gaskets on there. We have a thin rubber gasket here, secondary, and the first rubber gasket is a more flat, larger rubber gasket on there to keep all the things that are inside there to stop water from entering, and you just simply screw that on and that's it. Now your wrist attachment can be attached to here if you want to put it on, put that on there, or some people like to do is put the wrist attachment at the top here through the middle finger of this particular GoPro mount. Now we go up, and now we have this kind of rubber foam handle here with this large seam down the middle here, which could have been a bit more neater. That could have been a bit more neater together, but as I said, it's foam rubber, and I have to admit it's very, very grippy when it gets wet. It does get grippy as it gets more wet. So when you feel it dry, it's not so grippy, but when it gets wet, it's very, very grippy. And at the top here, we have this GoPro style mount here system with a incorporated nut in there as well. Now, this mounting system here is also removable, and you can simply screw the whole lot off there. Now if you've got one of those Yi cameras or SJ cam cameras, you can simply screw the camera straight onto this, which is very good. Now the overall length of this floaty hand grip is 8.5 inches. The diameter, or what did you say, the diameter across then is about just under 1.5 inches, so it's quite a thick pole, thick floaty hand grip. So used to doing the poles. Quite a thick hand grip for what it is. As I said, it does have a nice feeling in the hand, and I have tested this and it does float. Now, when this floats with your camera, it does not in water, it does not float like that in water, because obviously your camera is the heaviest thing that's on there. It will float upside down like that, and this part will be above the water, so you'd see this part. Now you can get these in various colors. Now I would always suggest, don't get the blues, do not get the blacks, don't get the black ones, get the lightest colors. I initially went for the yellow, but they were sold out. So the yellow, the orange, there is a green as well. Go for those colors, because especially if you take this out when it's in the sea or a river, etc., at least you could see with these bright colors. The black and the dark blue, I personally think they're more for swimming pools. So, or swimming pools or spas or bath, they're more likely for them, right? Such a small body of water, and this can be able to be seen, but large bodies of water have the lighter colors. Now, as for the build quality of this, it has a fair build quality to it. It's not as a premium quality plastic, such like the GoPro bobber, but for what it does and what it needs to do, the plastic is all right. It's fair on there. As I said, you're not really looking, this isn't something like a pole or a selfie stick where you're going to be using this really often. This is just solely for when you're out on water, really. So, or when you're in a pool, etc. That's what this is really for. So as long as it floats, it does its job. So, but build quality and this keeping your contents water free, it is good. Them two gaskets do help, and it does keep your items free from water. Now, bear this in mind, even though this is from Topmener, there are several companies making exactly the same item. Now, I don't know if it's one company, Topmener, makes this for all of those other companies, or there is a bigger company and those companies are basically offshoots of that particular company which make this, because this is quite a generic type floaty hand grip. So if you've got one of these, please leave a comment down in the comment section what you thought about it, because obviously your opinion is different to my opinion. I really won't give a 2p worth opinion about this, because it's just a simple floaty hand grip or bobber. As long as you get, obviously it all depends where you're going with this, which bodies of water that you're going. If you're going with large bodies of water, and I say this again, try and get the light colored ends. Don't go for the black colored ends or the dark blue. Don't go for that. Just get the lightest color ends as possible, because if you lose this in the water, at least that kind of color or the light colors are seen even from a distance. So I'll go with the lighter colors. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I understand. And oh yes, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.